Look like I grew a helper this morning. With the dandelions. Wow, huh? I'm excited for the day when he's a bit bigger and can help me out a little bit more. So this is a group of cows I'm gonna take down to the river. Besides this one here, because she's gonna be a hamburger cow. And Orson's gonna stay also, just so he doesn't go down there and fight with the other bull and bust through our electric fence. But we're gonna take this bull down there. And I've got these 5 yearling steers that will go down there also. This morning I'd like to go finish tearing out that electric fence. Then hopefully I can get it moved down here to the river so we can turn the rest of these cows out down there. So we'll run down to the river and I'll show you where we're gonna put the rest of these cows for their summer pasture. We're trying to go camping this weekend. We're gonna leave this afternoon, so I probably won't get as much done as I want to get done, but at least we'll get something done. So our alfalfa fields right here by the road are looking really good. Like I've been saying, if we just get some heat, this stuff would sure pop. There's plenty of moisture in the ground. And if you dig down here between the, the stems, and it's still just mud down there. So the only thing concerning to me right now is the weather's calling for a frost here in about 5 days. It's supposed to get down to about 31 degrees. So we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully it doesn't get that cold, because that frost would sure do a number on this if it got to a hard frost. So these are our horse hay pieces through here, and you just tell everything's nice and green, but nothing's really all that tall. And this piece right here I wanted to show you. This is a piece last year that we did that experiment where we planted the alfalfa straight into this grass stand. I just wanted to show you how it's doing this year. We've been really happy with it. So if you look in here close, and you can see all of our alfalfas coming up in here between all this grass. Yeah, I mean, look through here. Quite a bit of alfalfa. We're really happy with how this one turned out. It's a little spotty though. Like in some places you'll go, you won't hardly see any alfalfa, but in other places, there's a whole bunch of it. So I'm not exactly sure why some of it took and some of it didn't. But I think for the most part, it turned out to be a success. This will make some great quality horse hay, as long as we can get it to dry and not get rained on. Kind of worried about that this year also, just we're getting so much rain lately. I don't know how we're ever gonna get some of this hay to dry. So real quick also, I'll show you these alfalfa pieces that we got down here in the field. So this piece and this piece over here, there's 35 acres between the two. The pieces that we have that are mostly straight alfalfa. But if you look out through here, we still have some grass that's popping up in places. And if you remember from a video I did earlier this spring, these are the 2 pieces that I was using that roller on to push down the rocks. So these are our rockier pieces that we have also. So usually these 2 pieces, with having such a high concentration of alfalfa, we usually cut and bale this up into cow hay and feed it to our cows. So if you wonder why I talk about cow hay and horse hay and separate it into those 2 groups, it's because we probably sell half of the hay that we put up as horse hay, then we keep the other half to feed to our cows through the winter. But I'd say we probably sell a good 50, maybe even 60% of everything that we put up into hay as horse hay. That's kind of why when I'm running around talking about things, oh, this will be a good horse hay piece, or this is gonna be a cow hay piece. That's why, because a lot of the hay that we put up here on the ranch will be sold to horse people. I guess not horse people, but people that have horses. So this here is our river pasture piece. And if you've watched our channel for a little while, this is where I've kept my cows the last couple winters. This last winter was the first year I kept them up there by our house, and I sure liked keeping them closer there. I'll probably keep doing that, just keeping them up there closer to the house. There's probably about 30 acres down here. Oh, I don't know if you can see over there, but there's a white-tailed deer running across there. I don't know if you're able to see that or not. I haven't figured out how to zoom this GoPro. so I wasn't even gonna try. But this is where I want to put the remainder of them cows that we kept home off the range, is down here. But the only problem that we're having right now is it's still really soft and muddy down here from when we were flooding. So we didn't really want to turn them out here until things had dried up just a little bit more. You can see how tall the grass is, completely bears Isa. And some of these swales, this grass here, I don't know how you can see it, but it comes up past my belly button. So we just want things to dry up just a little bit more, then we'll turn them out down here. And I want to put up an electric fence here too, because I don't want to give them cows the range of this whole place here. Because our pivot here, it'll circle through here, and we have 2 towers that come through this pasture. So what I want to do, so you can see this this pivot right here. So this is the end tower that comes through here. Then on this fence line here, we've just got some makeshift gates that we undo and open up to let the pivot through. You can see this one here, that post has gotten rotten and snapped off, so we just have it farmer rigged. So, but I don't want to be down here opening and closing gates all the time if we ever start up these pivots. I mean, the way this summer's going, I don't know if we'll even start them up. It's been so wet. But what I thought about doing is just putting in an electric fence. Where this last pivot goes through, I just tie the electric fence into maybe this post here, then just run it on this side of the pivot, and that way this pivot can run through here and we won't have to worry about opening and closing gates all the time. And I just run it over here to where we water the cows at, and that would give these cows the range of all this section over here, over where the river loops through and run over there. I think that'd be enough for them for the summer, just with the amount of grass that's down here. I don't think we're not going to have more than 10 head or so. So this will be the other side of that little pasture we're going to make for them cows. So if you remember in one of my previous videos, this is the fence line that I had to pull the fence back because the flood and the water cut back this bank so far. So I got the electric fence that runs around the edge of this river this way and goes up this way and ties into that fence. So I'll just need to pull this fence back a little bit and splice it back together, and we'll be ready on this side. And that electric fence that I'm going to tear down over there on the Idaho side so we can put in the elk fence is the one I'll put up on the other side between that pivot gate and the watering area there. This would sure be a nice place to be a cow. Grass up past your bellies, big tall shade trees, nice cold river water to drink. They'll be happy down here for sure. So just have to let down all this wire off these insulators. I need to roll up the wire. I'll come back and take all the insulators off. Pull out these plastic step-in posts that we use as dancers, and pull the posts out. Then we'll be ready to move this fence down to the river. So I got all the materials piled up in 3 different spots through the field here. So all I gotta do now is just go back through and pick up these materials and we'll be done. We'll be ready to move this fence down to the river. Come on, let's go for a ride.
No way.
You wanna go for a ride? You wanna stay here? Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Another year like this one, and we'll lose our braces here. We've only got maybe a foot of ground to work with here before these braces start getting eaten by the river. Still water flowing through here right along that fence line, and going this way we don't have much to work with either. Well, this fence ought to work out pretty good. I don't imagine them cows will push on it too much. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Have a good day.